Wake up, go to class, take notes, take tests, go to work, go home, study, go to sleep, repeat. That's just an example of the monotonous cycle teens experience every day. There's a million reasons why someone would want to distract themselves from the harsh realities of daily life.
Sometimes you would just rather be somewhere else, somewhere fictional, somewhere where even you can control the situation around you, where in your own life you can't.
Escapism can be defined as a diversion of the mind used to escape unpleasant realities through entertainment or other activities. Common forms of escapism include watching TV and movies, listening to music, reading, using social media, playing video games, sleeping, drinking, using illicit drugs, and having excessive sex. While some of these have been around for just a few years, escapism has deep roots in our society. The Great Depression was a perfect example of an unpleasant reality people wished to escape from. Franklin D. Roosevelt offered the public a refreshing form of escapism through his fireside chats. By giving the public a break and from a fresh perspective of the hardships around them, the fireside chats helped strengthen the public confidence that there was light at the end of the tunnel. Today, media is the greatest form of escapism. According to Common Sense Media, approximately 78% of teens check their phones hourly, 71% of Americans are using multiple forms of social media, and 50% of teens feel addicted to their devices. Studies have shown that excessive social media and mobile phone use is linked to an increase in mental health problems, including anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts.
Even if it's not inherently an unhealthy behavior like video games, when it becomes an addiction, then starts to take over more aspects of your life that you weren't even trying to escape from, then it becomes very unhealthy and it becomes another thing you need to try to escape from.
People with anxiety, depression, or an addiction are more likely to develop an internet addiction.
If you're constantly distracting yourself from your problems, then you can't solve them or find a way to get around them. But at the same time, if you take like a break, a step back, a mental break from what's going on, you can come back at it later with a better understanding of what's happening.
Escapism is healthy when it brings you lasting results of peace of mind, and when it betters your life beyond just that particular moment of distress. In
an online survey of 40 teens and young adults, 42.5% of individuals found escapism to be equally beneficial as it is harmful. 17.5% said it was purely beneficial, and 5% said it was purely harmful. Many surveyors said that escapism can be beneficial if used in moderation.
You just gotta try to take yourself out of the situation every once in a while and try to look at yourself and being like, do I need to stop running from this problem? And do I need to actually tackle it head on? And that's gonna be my escape from this situation, is actually dealing with it, instead of trying to just ignore it.
Acknowledge the fact that you will have to return to reality eventually. If we lose sight of reality and what's actually happening, the actual world surrounding us would turn to dust, and there would be nothing left for us to go back to. And it would only make that need even worse.
As long as escapism isn't addictive, it's okay. Always put yourself first, because you know what? As long as you're bettering your health and yourself, you're going to become immensely more powerful and worth it. People are going to see the light that shines in you once you actually feel healthy.
Escapism has had its place in society throughout history, and seeing how digital devices affect people today, the need for escapism may never go away. Finding a healthy balance between escapism and responsibilities is all about learning to cope with reality while still being productive within it.
You shouldn't be waiting around for the world to bend to your will, and you should try to bend yourself around the world and try to work in those narrow spaces that the world's going to give you, because you're only going to be disappointed when the world doesn't accommodate you in life. And I think that you need to escape the world sometimes, and I don't think reality will ever change, and I don't think people will ever change so that it's ever accommodating, and that everyone just needs to make sure that their own internal world is the best it can be, their mind, so that they can handle the chaos of outside much better.